What's up, carnivore? Zach here with American Smoke, and today we are doing our 6-month review of the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro 36 with the Sidekick attachment. It's been a great 6 months so far. I've got a lot of good things to say about the Camp Chef, but I've also got a few pet peeves that I have spotted out along the way. So y'all stick around because we're gonna cover the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, the wonderful, the smoky, the not so smoky, all of it. We're gonna talk about everything Camp Chef's doing right, everything doing wrong. Y'all stick around because we're gonna get to that right now. The first thing that we want to talk about when we're talking about the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro is the most obvious thing that separates this pellet smoker from the rest of the industry, and that's this right here. This is your secondary burn pot, which allows you to burn real wood chunks in your pellet smoker. I feel like Camp Chef has really had their ear to the ground listening to the barbecue community, especially the pellet smoking barbecue community, and they've really paid attention to what people are saying they want out of pellet smokers that they weren't currently getting. Because one of the main things that you get with this particular unit that you don't get with others is an ability to get more smoke flavor in your barbecue. One being with this pot right here that pulls right out, and you put your wood in there. You can add in pellets, chips, chunks, whatever you got into there, and that's just gonna smolder and create a lot of really good smoke flavor, bark building smoke on your barbecue. You've also got, once you get in here to the control panel, you've got your smoke settings. And so it allows you to start off with one, which is very little smoke, and then you can dial it all the way up to 10. You're gonna have less temperature control when you're running at 10 as opposed to 1. So the lower the number, the more accurate temperature control you're gonna get. The higher the number, the more smoke, but a little more fluctuations with your chamber temp. Between that, which I usually run around 5 or 6, and the secondary burn pot burning real wood chunks, and then also, the quality smoke that you get just from having a pellet smoker. I have really enjoyed the smoke flavor that I've gotten out of the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro, and I feel like it's a couple steps above most anything else out there. The next real benefit on the Woodwind Pro that I really like, and I feel like they were thinking about the home cook when they made this, is your ash clean out. It's so easy. You've got a little pot down here on the bottom, and then you come around to the side here, and you've just got a little lever you pull up, and you pull this out. I usually give it a couple little shakes, and it just dumps all your ash for you. And then all you have to do is just come over and remove this little cup, which is super easy to do, and there's all of your ash in there. Makes it super quick, super easy to do. You don't have to remove anything technical. You don't have to get in and take parts out to get to your burn pot, to clean out your ash pot. It's just all right there, easy peasy. You do have to squat down, however, which, it's harder for some than others. So you might want to consider that if you have a bad knee or something like that. But that is really easy, and I really like it. Next, I really like this control panel. It's easy to navigate. It's got lots of options on here. It's got a cover, weatherproofs it so you don't have to worry so much about water damage, things like that. But it's just easy to navigate. It's got a little dial here. It's not a touch screen, but it does have a smooth working dial. The power switch is right here on the side of the control panel. Makes it all really easy and accessible. When you're using the control panel on this, you do have the option for 4 different meat probes. So just built into the unit. So, if you've been shopping around for meat probes that have more than one probe, so you can monitor multiple areas or multiple proteins all at once, if you get this unit, it's taken care of. And in my experience, the probes and the equipment that come with this particular unit are very accurate. Another positive when it comes to the smoke is Camp Chef really reimagined the whole smoke entering the chamber, smoke leaving the chamber, because the longer that the smoke rotates inside your chamber, the more that your proteins are exposed to it, and the more smoke attachment you're going to get and the more smoke flavor that you're going to get. And so with this particular model, the smoke comes in through here, comes out on the sides and on the ends, rotates out into the chamber, and then there's a small vent towards the back there, and it circulates through the chamber, works its way out, and then you've got a vented exhaust system here on the back, which you can open up, close, whatever you want to do. It's kind of frozen right now, but I usually just run mine like you see it here, about a third of the way open, and that allows for plenty of smoke to come out and for plenty of airflow inside my chamber, but not letting it flow too freely. That way I get that good smoke exposure inside my chamber. So that's a third strike on smoke goodness. So we got our new reimagined air ventilation system. We got our smoke settings inside the control panel, and we've got the secondary burn pot burning real wood chunks. Another big positive for me is the ability to get the sidekick attachment for the smoker. It does not come with it. It's a secondary purchase that you'll need to make if you go with this unit. But I love having this cooktop. I've never had a propane cooktop in my outdoor kitchen area, so I really enjoy that. And then I've also got a griddle that is that fits on top of this, that works really well for just, you know, small cooks, make a couple smash burgers, things like that. If you don't have a Blackstone, I happen to have a seasoned Blackstone that works really well, so usually if I'm going to do a griddle top, I use that. But if I just had this unit, man, it'd be great, because they've got a couple other attachments you can get, pizza ovens, grill grates, things like that you can use and cook over gas. So if this is going to be your one-stop shop that you're thinking about purchasing for your home, getting this sidekick really takes it up a notch as far as the option that you may want to go with. And then, you know, it looks good. Lots of really heavy gauge stainless construction. The stainless on the black looks great to me. And then you've got the little bonus added feature over here where you've got your bottle opener. You know, who doesn't know how to make us barbecue folks happy by putting a bottle opener on the unit? Nobody's going to complain about that. Nobody. The last pro that I'm going to mention today is the fact that in my experience with different units, man, this thing comes up to temp really quick, especially considering the size of this smoker. I mean, you have a ton of barbecue area. I mean, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 briskets, I think, pretty easily if you wanted to. Lots of cooking area, and you look how much space it is, man, this thing will come up to 275, 375 degrees very quickly within 30 minutes. And I really like that. It holds temp extremely well, extremely well. You're not going to see a whole lot of fluctuations in your temperatures. If this door is closed and it's running, it's holding really close to the temp that you want it at. So that's a solid endorsement on my part. Really good temperature control. Let's go ahead now and get into my cons, my complaints about the Camp Chef, and see what I've noticed. All right, so the first con sort of comes into play on what my last pro was about the size of this thing, and that it keeps up such good temperatures. Well, the thing is that you don't have a really big hopper. The hopper is sort of small. I think it's 14 pounds, but I'm not real sure, to be honest with you. I did not get my owner's manual out before I did this video, but you can see the size of it. And to be honest with you, coming from my Pit Boss with the, you know, the huge hopper on the back, 30-something pounds or something like that, maybe even 60 pounds. I can't really remember right now because it's freezing cold where I'm at right now, and I'm having trouble concentrating. I don't know if that happens to y'all whenever your hands start hurting and going numb, having trouble thinking. But anyway, I have had this smoker on longer cooks run out of pellets on like 2 or 3 different occasions because I'm so spoiled by the huge hopper on the back of my Pit Boss. This thing on long cooks, it goes through more pellets than you think that it will. Like I said, big 36-inch chamber here. Lots of area to keep at temp, and it does an excellent job at it, but it burns through pellets like it's going out of style. Let me tell you something. So keep an eye on your pellets. If you're had a brisket on there for a few hours and it's time to call it a night and you're going to go put your head on the pillow, try to lay down to sleep, top it off, or you will come down and you will have an error code that you have run out of pellets and it's not going to be good. So that's one of my biggest complaints about this unit. And if you get the smaller, the 24-inch, I think it would probably just be ideal. But I got the bigger one because I had the option, and I don't know, I just couldn't get the smaller one. I just wanted the bigger one, and you know, I don't know if I need it, but yeah, I got the bigger one, and it eats a lot of pellets. Second complaint is it kind of just, I think, comes with the fact that you have a secondary burn pot. Okay, if you've got a normal barrel type pellet smoker like this one, then you know you're going to have a little bit of a hot spot over your burn pot. And a lot of the models, you know, they've got the sear plate that you can open up and sear your burgers or your wings or whatever it is that you want to sear. Well, this one's got the burn pot down here, and then above it you've got that secondary burn pot. And let me tell you something, this little area right in here above the top of both of those burn pots is a hot spot. So you can't sear on it, but if you, like I've done this before, have this whole thing covered in chicken, the chicken that's over the top of these burn pots, you want to be cycling that, you know, around from time to time. You know, if you've got a brisket or something like that sitting right on top of it, for me, I'm going to be putting that brisket, especially if I'm doing a hot cook, I'm going to be putting that brisket up here up top, put a little air in between, because that's going to be a hot spot right there. So definitely go fat cap down if you're going to cook your brisket over that spot. But that's really the only two complaints that I've got with this thing, man. That's not bad. That's not bad. I've done a lot of cooks on it, a lot of cooks. And I have produced some stellar barbecue in the process. If any of you have got a Camp Chef Woodwind Pro and you've noticed some things that you really like, some things that you don't like, let me know in the comments section down below. Carnivores, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out this review of the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro 36. If there's anything that I didn't cover, let me know. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments section down below. Make sure to smash that like button and come over to American Smoked Carnivores on Facebook sometime. I'm in there every single day. It's a great group. You'll love it. Thanks for watching. Smoke on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.